moko. Tata bo, mama bo, ekolo bo, parti bo, bokonzi bo.
See who is going to be our future president to lead the Congolese community. And other point is this, so we need to put things in a clear picture. So we had the former committee, which was leading by Papa Juma and Papa Sengi. Others resigned. So they are not going to be present on the election. So we gave the free will to anyone to bring the candidates, the name and the position, and then people are going to decide. As the Papa Nestor said, we are going to vote this time according to the project, what people are going to bring. So you bring a project for the community, what you are planning to do for us. Because we are the community. The community is you, me, Mama, and everyone. So you are going to show up with your project and say, this is me, Janvier, I'm planning to do for the Congolese community. I will do this. Because of the project, we can be able to judge the person. We are not going to judge anyone without doing anything. We are going to judge the person according to what is going to present to the community as a project in that period of their exercise of power. So this is what we are here for. Thank you, Papa Nestor, and back.
So that you'll be eligible with your position. And that money is going to serve the community. I think Papa Juma will talk about it. If we have any account and how the community is organized to this point, we'll talk about it. So that money will go straight to the community account and it will serve the community. For example, if you are a candidate, we have, for example, 5 candidates on the position of the president, and all of them have to pay an amount of money. For example, if you fail, it's not refundable. So that money will just go in the community account.
Sorry, I didn't quite get there. It is anyone who can just pay
an amount of. Okay. That's why we are here. Our desire is that every Congolese in this city may hear about it and come. Because it's something that we've been waiting for. We wish, to gather like this, it's very good. For those who are here, please tell every Congolese to come. It will be for our good. There's nothing else that I can say. We have just come to gather together. Thank you. We already hear some of you are head of family. Please, spread the news. Tell every Congolese that it is for our community that we form this committee, and then we are well represented.
I think the most important part of it is, when people realize that in some ways we are all missing something. That's how this idea came up. You know, we've been living in this city, Toowoomba, for nearly seven years.
More than 8 years, right?
Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think to me, it's something that every Congolese family should think about. You know, we had so many differences, you know, that we had among us, and really, to me, that was something that, you know, hold us back to maybe something that we would have done to bring honor and, you know, to save this community. So therefore, the ones who are losers, we are the ones, you know, losing due to misunderstanding and other things that should have been looked after. So there have been a couple of days that we've been consulting people, you know, asking ideas. What do they think that we should, you know, carry on with this task? So the result was the majority suggested that we sit as family and talk about, you know, our differences so that we can move forward. So that's how we started meeting, and up to this day. So in terms of, you know, how the community is organized, I think we as a community, we have all that it takes, you know, for the community to function. So we have our certificate, which means the community is registered. We have the bank account. We have our constitution. We have code of conduct. So to me, I think the community is ready to move into the new chapter. So I think that's what I can tell you. The community is ready for the next move or step. Thank you very much.
Dieu merci d'abord d'être présent aujourd'hui.
I thank God for your presence today,
Parce que surtout pour nos jeunes Congolais récemment venus,
especially for our young ones that have just come.
peut-être ils ne savaient jamais qu'on avait une communauté congolaise.
Because they don't know that we had a community.
Notamment à Toowoomba, on avait une communauté congolaise qui était tellement forte.
Before in Toowoomba, we had a very strong community.
Seulement, il y a eu ce petit scandale qui nous a bafoués d'une manière ou d'une autre.
We had some few issues that had scattered the community.
Alors, nous ne pouvons pas rester tout simplement mains croisées.
We said that we can't cross our hands.
Il nous faut de nouveau encore revenir.
We have to come together and start something new.
Et je dirais que c'est une chance de voir, aujourd'hui nous avons maintenant tous les documents nécessaires qui peuvent aussi nous permettre de revenir encore et avoir une communauté tellement encore forte.
For me, I can say that we are lucky to have every document that can put us back on track.
De temps en temps, peut-être on passait d'ici de là, quelques-uns disaient que non, la communauté a été fermée, et comme la communauté a été fermée, c'est ainsi, on ne doit jamais encore revenir, parce qu'on ne savait jamais qu'on a encore ces documents.
Most of you know that we heard that the community name was cancelled, and we cannot come back to this thing. So, and many thought that we don't have this document.
Qu'est-ce que je vais dire?
What I would like to say is,
Je voulais dire ceci. Nous n'allons pas toujours rester chaque jour, nous disons, nous ferons la réunion demain, nous ferons la réunion après-demain. Il n'y a pas déjà, il n'y a pas déjà, et ainsi de suite. Mais démarrons avec ceux qui sont présents.
We cannot keep on having meetings and meetings, but let's move with those that are available.
Pour ce, je vois le nécessaire et de proposer la date.
If we can suggest a date,
Et au besoin, avec les critères dont on parle, nous sommes présents, il y a la possibilité même de suggérer ces critères.
if we can start by suggesting some
Rien de
criteria now,
difficile, tout est possible devant toutes sortes de personnes présentes aujourd'hui.
for everyone that is present today,
Faisons ce
you can
qui est
give your
possible.
idea, and let's move.
Grand merci.
For me, I've been always suffering from that. But my sufferings, they are looking to come to the end. Yeah. I don't have much to say, but whatever I can say is to look forward and have this community moving forward. That's all what I can say. And to have the date to elect our own leaders, that is a great thing that we can do. And what I may only ask for a little bit of clarification is approximately how many people in our community that have been reached with this message that us here today. Approximately, like, how many percentage?
Well, thank you very much for the question. So to my side, so I think the majority, I can say about 70%, because I wrote the message, then I share the message with the majority of Congolese. Then after sending the message, I went to Papa Nestor yesterday. I show him the lists. So the lists of the people in my phone is more than 100. And I share with Pastor Henry too. So the people who receive the message, there are more than 100. And the people who react to the same message, there are, I can say, 4. And among the 4, Maombi, she's the one, because she just wrote back after receiving the message saying, I'm not getting this. So the people receive the message and some of them react. So the reaction what I had in my phones, some, they say they don't understand French because the message is in French. But the majority of the Congolese, they receive the message. So the proof is here with me. So
I think I did. Yesterday I was a bit busy with the event that was at the USK, but Papa Cherry came there and Papa Juma. I saw his message.
Yesterday, he said she's going to be at work. That the message was passing through her.
Il y a aussi d'autres qui m'ont informé que lui, c'était un erreur.
En général,
On peut décider encore ensemble sur le mécanisme, parce que la volonté de tout le monde, c'est voir tout le monde ensemble. C'est-à-dire il n'y a personne qu'on doit écarter, il n'y a personne qu'on doit laisser en arrière. Donc on doit faire un effort d'atteindre tout le monde. Et la majorité va être atteinte par la commission qui est mise en place. Nous, moi, Papa Nestor et Maman, nous allons faire un effort de voir tout le monde sans exception. Et le rapport vous sera communiqué dans les jours à venir. C'est ce qu'on peut faire parce que on ne peut pas avoir des raisons. Le souci, c'est de voir la communauté en marche. Alors, à droite, on doit atteindre tout le monde et les réponses qu'on aura, on vous sera transmises.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. For my question was answered, and I'm very happy to hear what is the reaction out there, because that is what we need. There's nothing else that we can work and we can work on, and later on we end up, going back to what we've been going through. So with that response, I'm very happy. And what you just mentioned about the mechanism, which is very important, the mechanism from now to the date of election, it is the crucial part of our future. Because if that is not there, the outcome might be the same that we've been going through here and here and here and here. So with your commission, I'm very happy that we have 3 great people here, and which is going to be a successful election and make a successful community in the future. So that is what we need to work on. Mechanism to the date of election is very important.
Okay.
And it's also good when the commission will be doing, reaching people. It will be good one of the youth to be part of it. It's not only going to be the community, but it's going to be everybody here. Even if it's the job that the community has been selected to do, but I think it should be everybody, because some people, I can tell someone to come, it doesn't come, but you can reach the person, the same person come, And the wrong thing in our community is like, everybody just think, oh, what is going to happen there? We're not going to find any solution. So we haven't started yet, but people get discouraged, But yeah, when the community will work on, reaching everybody, not only on the phone, but going to their place, speak to them, and one of the youth will go to reach some other people too. Because the Congolese community here is very big, but we don't see it because we got different groups. And even in the churches, you people, you have to talk, because churches, it's almost Congolese churches, because most of the church here, we got a lot of Congolese there. So we can also reach these people. You see the message we send to people, look at the number. But today is Saturday, like maybe 80% of people don't work. But some people, you call them 5 people, 3 people in the same house, but they just don't go. They just don't want to come. So it's good that the community will go there and speak to them. I have my people, I've sent the message, they did not come. I'll go see them and talk to them on my own way too,
À partir des critères, voilà, s'il fait ça, il peut bien travailler pour tout le monde, il peut bien travailler pour notre communauté.
Not accepted.
On a parlé de serment maintenant.
Welcome. Sorry. Oui. Le montant, ce n'est qu'une proposition que nous pouvons tous donner, suggérer, puis discuter après.
Okay, there are some elements that show the commitment of someone. If someone gives that thing, everyone can see that now this person is serious. So it's just a suggestion, a little amount that to show that I'm committed.
Oui, l'élément important aussi, l'argent, c'est quelque chose de plus sensible partout au monde.
And money is something very sensitive.
Alors, il serait mieux que, nous avons notre comité ou bien notre commission qui va gérer ça, et puis on va être censé tenter à expliquer à tout le monde que cet argent-là va aider juste notre communauté. Ça sera mis en banque et ça sera géré par l'exécutif et ça va servir que notre communauté.
So the committee has the duty to explain very well that that money will serve the community and it will be going to the community account to serve the community.
Bon, pour moi, je pense, pour la présidence, $200.
For me, I suggest any candidate to the president can give $200.
Celui qui sera vice-président, $150. Et pour le secrétariat ou bien le secrétaire, $100.
And vice president, $150, and secretary and treasurer, $50.
$100.
$100. So.
Et maintenant, pour la date de l'élection, je pense dans un mois, si cela est possible. Par exemple, pour donner le temps à tout le monde à se préparer. Bon, je pense que l'idée de programme ou du projet, ça a été dit et je suis content que le serviteur des lieux pasteur a parlé, qui est notre président pour la commission. Que non, bon, il faut que celui qui veut bien devenir président, qu'il explique aux membres, et surtout dans le système au monde aujourd'hui. C'est que si vous dites que non, bon, je vais servir notre comité à amener beaucoup plus du travail, ce qui est un et pendant votre mandat, nous allons voir combien vous avez fait pour amener le travail, par exemple, à notre jeunesse. It's one of the most important. C'est le travail. Et je me rappelle, j'ai participé dans des travaux des comités précédents. Il y a un point clé. Même le gouvernement sur place a beaucoup de moyens, beaucoup de facilités, et même de travaux. Il y a beaucoup de travail qui sont vraiment destinés à des communautés. Donc, nous avons telle option, par exemple. Est-ce qu'il y a des membres dans votre communauté qui veulent, par exemple, travailler dans ce domaine? Alors, si un président vient et dit, bon voilà, moi je veux beaucoup plus travailler pour la communauté congolaise, afin que notre jeunesse ait beaucoup plus d'accès au travail. On va dire, oh voilà, ça c'est quelque chose de positif. Et nous allons maintenant voir si notre président va produire ça. Ça, ce n'est qu'un exemple.
Yeah. He's saying that every candidate, especially the president, should present his action plan before he's elected. And everyone will follow that plan.
Merci, c'est ce que je peux dire. Good, thank you.
To see old friends here. old friends.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome. I just wanted to add something.
Yes.
Like, oh, you add 2 years. Okay.
And I would like also to add something on the criteria what just Pastor Andrew has given us right now.
Yes.
So what need to add to come maybe to the other side, because we are talking about the president and the people are going to elect. Because as we are coming to this point, so we need to organize the community and give we need to boost our community and see how we are going to go. So I would like to suggest, and the people are going to elect, so if we can contribute, because the president is contributing with this 200 as a candidate, so the people who are going to vote, so we can represent, because we need, as I heard Papa Jeremy or Papa Juma saying, we need to feel like we belong to this community. So we have an account, we have a bank, we have all these documents. So if we can only contribute with $5 or $10,
Each effective member has an amount to contribute. So as we go forward, maybe not this election, the coming election there. If you are not effective member who is contributing, you are not allowed to vote. So it's in the constitution. Yeah. It's not just, electing the leaders, but they need to know what are their responsibilities toward the community, their responsibility toward the community. It's not just expecting community to give back to them, but what are we giving back to the community? So I think it's all well explained in the Constitution. I just want to
stay home, stay home and come there. I'm coming to vote. You know, you, as Papa Cherry said, you need to show that, look, I don't have much, but at least this, because we know that everybody here, even if you're not working, but for at least a month, you can't miss $20 or $10. You know, it's very, very important. When you're going to vote, you feel proud, like I'm part of the community. I contribute my $20. I'm going to vote. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Et puis notre constitution encore. Pouvez-vous nous aider à voir, président, combien pour le membre exécutif il contribue combien?
C'est 5.
Bon, voilà, c'est ça.
Everyone, no?
Mais maintenant,
Everyone.
c'est $5. Alors, ce que nous pouvons faire, comme bien-aimé a dit, nous pouvons par exemple commencer maintenant. Nous pouvons commencer. Parce que le solidaire a dit, c'est ce qui fait voir qu'il y a une limite. Alors, c'est à partir de là même. Moi, j'aurais simplement ajouté que si nos formulaires de membres peuvent être prêts ces jours-là, donc c'est lui qui participe au vote, c'est celui qui signe aussi les formulaires et donne son $5. Donc vous donnez $5, vous signez votre formulaire, puis vous votez. Donc tout celui qui n'est pas membre ne peut pas être voté.
Okay. We'll provide membership forms, and everyone that is going to, has the desire to vote, has to sign a membership form and pay his $5, then vote. So if you're not a member, you're not going to vote. So that's what is going to happen on the election day. The forms will be there. You sign your form and you pay your $5, then you vote.
So 150 for each.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Treasurer 100. Treasurer and vice president 100.
And the president 150.
150. And
oh, everyone
that is
agree?
my suggestion.
Yeah. I agree with that. So please manifest and we'll move fast.
Yeah.
150 for the secretary.
Secretary president.
Yes, secretary, the president.
200.
200.
I would say that I'm happy with the discussions in the meeting. You are moving forward, and that because your aim is to unite the whole community, regardless of the different groups within the community. You are now very inclusive for the Congolese community, and the council looks into that criteria to see a community and together, regardless of many different differences in terms of organizations within the community as an umbrella organization. And therefore, you have more chances of getting support from the council in terms of resources and possible funding. My job is to connect you to those specific persons within the council who can assist you in the needs or requirements that you want, so that you can make your community become a successful community. So if you need to find out, is there any sports program for young people, then I can redirect you, introduce you to the guy that's looking after sports. or if you want to do some cultural activities, I can redirect you to the person who is an expert in helping you how to get some grants from the council. Not much, but it is a good start because it is also good practice for you to be able to do this for bigger projects later on in the future, not necessarily coming from the council, but outside of the council. There are lots of support there, but we do not use it because we do not have the confidence. So this is a good starting. Work with the council and then start one step at a time. The next thing is you need to review again your constitution continuously because your code of ethics, I just noted some, you have 3 different membership. The constitution has a different definition of membership. Yeah. So all your paperwork should be matching. Yeah. Right? It doesn't matter as long as you have a constitution, you can renew it. It is not fixed. If you find that this one is not working, if you find that you want to have the president for 3 years, don't worry about that. Have your organization first, and you can change it because you have now the mandate to change it as members. Yes. It is important also that members should have a continuous education in terms of what is the constitution and the code of ethics that we need to practice. Because sometimes we forget. And in 2 or 3 meetings probably, we start to have discussions. And then we lose the main aim of what Mary has said about initially the love for all the members is lost. So the code of conduct, I commend you on that because it is very important. It dictates how you relate to each other as a community, as members of a family, as Congolese and members of the bigger Australian community. It gives you a higher value as a group. You have one direction, you have one understanding, and you support each other. Like, for example, you might have many other smaller groups, youth groups, groups within other ethnic communities within Congolese, but you will support each other. You are not going to compete, you are supporting each other because one group that makes good is good for the whole community. So the accomplishment of one group will also reflect the community. The accomplishment of individual in education school, like school kids, doing good in school, reflects the community. It not only reflects the family, it reflects the parents, it reflects the community. So we have to protect that reputation because that will make your community be welcomed by the rest of the community. We are trying to make sure that they know we are also part of the Australian community. But we have to be good first ourselves. Family first, community, and country. Of course, you have